and that's it. And then after that you make copy. Okay, that's it. So I'm done. So I wait you until this position. So first of all, you open group 1 data, and then you make a change from the file name, save as procedure. You change the name to be in the class data, and then you open group 2 data, make a copy, paste to the class file data, and then after that you also make the third table to calculate the average group mean score. And then this is my calculation. The result supposed to because we use okay, I will do until this position. Okay, if you are done, now you have to transmit the data to SPSS, to SPSS. Open your SPSS. Now you prepare the worksheet for the data. So go to variable view, and then you can type the name of the column accordingly. So you just refer to the Excel table heading or header. You just make the similar name for the similar position without the number of attributes. So only type Shopee, Tokopedia, Lazada, Bukalapak, and Blibli. Okay, so go to Excel, go to Excel and then make copy only the data, only the data, copy, and then go to SPSS, paste. Okay, something like this. So you see my work. Okay, I will do until this position, until 10:20, and then we will start. Don't forget to name your SPSS file. This is very important. In case you have problem with your electricity, you still can keep your file. Okay, everyone is done. Okay, now we will analyze this data by the analysis, what we call analysis of correspondence, or we can call as ANACOR. ANACOR. This is developed by Dutch scientists. Okay, now we cannot make as automatic functions, so we will use coding, so you have to type the coding. So now you click file, file, and then new syntax, file, new syntax, okay, file, new syntax. And then you will have empty page like this, and then in this page you will type the code. I will show you the code that you have to type. Okay, so here is the code, so you have to type ANACOR, table equal all, blah blah blah, and so on. So this is the standardized coding for any kind of any kind of data. Yeah, two things that you have to check first: table equal all in bracket 20 and 5. It means you analyze 20 attributes and 5 brands, 5 competing brands. So if you have different case, for example, you have 30 attributes and 7 brands, and then you have to change that you type as 30,7. So this is the how to say, the only text that you have to check first. Yeah. The other will be same for all kind of case. Yeah. Okay. So not just types what you see. You see the syntax? Yes, this right. I will check. Yeah. This is the syntax. Yeah. Okay, I give you 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes to type your code in your computer before we execute. Okay, everyone, now we will execute. Now you find on your menu run, yeah, the menu of run, yeah. So click run and then choose all, yeah. Click run and then choose all. Okay, if you write the coding properly, and then you will get the output. If you have no output, it means you make a wrong typing, yeah. So this is the result for the Anacore, yeah. So scroll down and then you find the column score first. Okay, the column score first. Okay, I will show you. Okay. Okay, you can see, yeah. So you can see based on Anacore analysis, you will get the result. This is the perceptual map. So expressing the position of each brand in the consumer mind, yeah. Okay. So based on their evaluation of 20 attributes, and then now we get the position of Shopee, Bukalapak, Shopee, Tokopedia, Lazada, Bukalapak, and Blibli. And you see, it looks we have 3 clusters. Yeah. The first cluster consists of Shopee only. Yeah. And then the second cluster consists of Tokopedia only. Yeah. I think it's good. Yeah. So now we can see Shopee and Tokopedia is totally different compared to each other, yeah. And then the last cluster, the third cluster, it consists of Bukalapak, Blibli, and Lazada. So those 3 brands are in trouble. Why? Yeah, because when consumer perceive them similar, yeah, then consumer has no brand preference. Whether they choose Bukalapak, they choose Lazada, they choose Blibli, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so those 3 brands are in trouble based on this Anacore analysis. Okay, and then the next question. So how we can understand why Shopee in there, why Tokopedia in there, and why those 3 brands in trouble in there, yeah. So you can see on the row and column score, yeah. Yeah. So in Anacore, you can, how to say, see based on the visual distance, yeah, the visual distance, yeah. So when a point of attributes close to a point of brand, so we can claim those attributes become the competitive advantage of that brand. Okay, so in this case for Shopee, we can see Shopee very close to attribute number 7, 11, and 17. Yeah, so those 3 attributes can be claimed, yeah, can be claimed as competitive advantages of Shopee, yeah. Okay, and then go to Tokopedia. Tokopedia very close to attribute number 1. Yeah, so we can say that attribute number 1 become the the competitive advantage of Tokopedia. And then we go to 3 brands in trouble. Lazada, Bukalapak, and Blibli. So you can see there are many attributes points surrounding them. Yeah, so you can also claim as part of them. Yeah, number 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so you can claim as part of those cluster, that cluster. Okay, so that's all for the simulation case 2B tutorial. So now you can do the rest by yourselves, yeah, by your group. Okay, but you will do later. Yeah, next I will give you a tutorial for simulation case 2A for the segmentation. Before we move to the simulation case 2A, any questions from you if you have? So once again, in Anacore, indeed it's very simple. So at first you can see the distance among competing brands. Okay, you can see from the column score. Yeah, column score. Okay, and then you see how similar are they. Yeah, and you can see we confirm Shopee and Tokopedia are different. Okay, but Lazada, Bukalapak, and Blibli are in trouble because they are perceived to be similar to each other. Okay, so that's the first consideration. The second consideration from the Anacore, now we can explain why Shopee in there, why Tokopedia in there. So it relate with the attributes as their competitive advantage. Yeah, so Shopee can link to the attribute number 7, 11, and 17. Tokopedia can be linked to attribute number 1, and 3 brands in trouble, Lazada, Bukalapak, and Blibli, can be linked to attribute number 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, that's all. Yeah, for the Anacore. Yeah, any questions? No? Okay. Okay, so this all the tutorial for simulation case 2B. Yeah. Now we will go to the simulation case 2A. So please save first all the works before you open the new data. Yeah, don't forget to save first. Okay, now be back to Excel. Yeah, go to your data from simulation case 2A. Yeah, so we start from the group 1 first as the first data. And then again you save as, change to be in the class data. Okay, So we have 43 data from group 1, yeah. And then now you open your data from group 2. Okay, and then make a copy. Group 2 has 40 data also. No, not also, yeah. Group 1 43, group 2 42. And then paste to the next row after group 1. Okay, and I suggest you to give color, yeah, just to differentiate data between group, yeah.
Berarti kan memang dulu ini motornya tinggi sih kan?
Okay, like this, yeah, everyone. So we have in total 83 data, yeah. 43 from group 1 and then 40 from group 2. Okay, something like this, yeah. Okay, and then now open your the file from me in Elo also, SPSS worksheets. So you have to use that file because I already make a variable definition, yeah. If you use your own file and then you have no definition and your data will be like a blank map, yeah. There is no clue at all, yeah. So you have to use SPSS worksheet file from me, yeah. It is already available in Elo, yeah. So everyone, please download and then open, and then after that we move data from Excel to SPSS. Only the data, yeah, only the data. So you just copy from name of the respondent, yeah, until the last column, yeah. Only the data, you don't need to include the respondent number, also the header, yeah. And then copy and then open your SPSS worksheets. Okay, after you make copy on your Excel and then open your SPSS worksheet, okay, like this, and then click paste. So if you paste the data of text, it cannot be read by SPSS, so it's okay. Yeah, when you see the column is empty because you paste the data of text. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, everyone, so now we are in this position. Yeah, in this position, so you can check also whether your data is right or not, yeah, by click view, yeah, click view and then click value labels. Okay, and there will be like this. Yeah, wait a minute, something wrong with the or I make a mistake. Please everyone check why we have one more left. Yeah,
Oh ini agak tinggal motornya mas itu.
Cepat loh.
Oh ini buat tekon kan? Kok sering kenapa? Nanti tanya ada saran apa sebenarnya?
please everyone check. Yeah, if I make a mistake in the SPSS worksheet, yeah, supposed to be the data supposed to be fit, yeah, but why we have one more column? Yeah, check everyone. Anyone has clue? Supposed to be 76. Yeah. Okay, I will check on the Excel. Yeah. Yeah, we have 77. Yeah, something wrong. Oh, I think we have problem with 22. Yeah, 22. Yes. Yeah, it's supposed to be other. Yeah. Okay, sorry everyone. So check. So we have to insert after Q22. It's supposed to be Q22X. Yeah, for open answer. Yeah. Okay, now we have to redo again, yeah. So copy your data again from Excel and then paste again. We have to redo. Copy and then paste, go to your data again in Excel, yeah. Yeah, now it's okay, now it's proper, yeah. Okay, so I wait you until this position, yeah. Okay, I wait you until 10:55 and then we will start to analyze the data. Yeah. Okay, so if you are ready to go, we will start to analyze. If don't, please raise your hand electronically so I know your positions. Yeah. So we will start to analyze the data simultaneously, not one by one. Yeah. It takes time. Yeah. But we analyze the data simultaneously based on the type of the data. So we have at least 4 kinds of data. The first is nominal data with single answer, okay, and the second one nominal data with multiple answer. The third is nominal data with it has other answer options, and the last interval data. Yeah. So now we will start with nominal data with single answer. The data of text, yeah, like respondent name, email, and so on, it will not be analyzed. Yeah. Why we include? Yeah, because just the position of the data in between. Yeah, I just make how to say simpler situation. So just include them. Okay, now we start to analyze the data. Data nominal, yeah, nominal data with single answer. You also need to, in your Windows, I suggest you also to see the questionnaire, yeah, just to ease your understanding why we analyze like this, like that, yeah, and so on. Yeah. Okay. Now click analyze, yeah, analyze, and then click descriptive, and then click frequencies. Okay, analyze, descriptive, and then frequencies. Okay, now we start to include all related data with the qualification. Data nominal, yeah, nominal data with single answer. Yeah, start from Q3, Q4, yeah, Q5, Q6, 7, 8, and then number 9 not. Yeah, the place number 9 you can choose more than one answer in one questions, and then we go to number 10, yeah, 10, 11, and then 12. For open, we don't need to include, yeah, because this is text. We cannot analyze text in SPSS, yeah. And then number 13, 14, 15, and then number 16 we don't include number 16 because respondent also can choose more than one answer for number 16. And then we just go to number 17, yeah, 18, and then 19, and then 20, 21, 22. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Okay, and then click statistic. Yeah, click statistic. So we will use modus in Bahasa Indonesia, or in English we call as mode. Yeah, mode. Click continue. Yes. Sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. That's why. Please, just inform me. Yeah, sometimes I forget. Yeah. 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 So we choose mode. Yeah. Continue. And then charts we use bar charts, yeah, the easiest one, yeah. Bar chart. Continue. And then for the format, yeah, on the format, I think you still remember when we talk this point in the first simulation, yeah. So if you refer to values, it means you refer to the order of questionnaires, okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. But if you refer to the cons, it means you refer to the calculations, yeah. So now we will refer to the descending cons. So data will be order, yeah, based on the calculations from the largest to smallest. Okay, continue. And for style and bootstrap, you don't need to click, just ignore it, and then you click OK. Yeah, just go to the bar chart, yeah, to ease your understanding. Okay, we start from the regions of origin. So in your report, you focus on the first biggest calculation out of Java and Bali Islands and Yogyakarta. Yeah, the other, I think it has a significant distance. Yeah, you don't need to include. Once again, in descriptive statistic, you don't need to report everything. Otherwise, your reader will be confused when you report everything. Yeah. So you just focus on the dominant profile, okay? And then the gender. The number of female respondents has a higher percentage compared to male respondent, yeah. About the age, yeah, is I think it's okay. We have some differentiation, but that is okay. Some difference in number, yeah. Supposed to be equal, yeah. And then occupation, mostly university student, following by blue collars. Yeah. Monthly spending, mostly about 2.5 until 5 millions. In this position, you can also include the next three groups, yeah. So 2.5 until 5 million, 1 until 1.5, 1.5 until 2.5, and then 500 until 1 million. Yeah. So you include 4. Yeah. Okay. And then shopping experience. Some of them has no experience. Supposed to be they have experience, because I think you understand about the unit sample criteria. So this is a mistake, I think. Supposed to be everyone has shopping experience. And then platform choice, yeah, apps, yeah. Why they choose apps? Yeah, because easy to use, yeah. And then wait a minute, why I don't see the, wait a minute. Okay, I will check later, yeah. Suppose we have two explanation in this after platform choice, yes, and then oh yeah, because I think everyone choose apps, yeah, therefore we don't have data for web, yeah. Okay, and then shopping motives, mostly time saving, following by complete product brand choices, yeah, one-stop shopping, yeah. And then next, cheaper price. So this is the three most how to say, on the three strongest motive, yeah, three strongest motive, shopping motives. And then shopping frequency in last 6 months is about 4-6 times, 7 until 9 times, yeah. So you can focus on the first two biggest profile, yeah. Average spending is about 250 250,000 until 500,000, following by 0 until 250,000. Yeah. Okay, and then length of visits is about half an hour until 1 hour, and then 0 until half an hour. Yeah. Okay, weekly visit frequency uncertain. Yeah, uncertain. So not everyone like to visit a marketplace every day. Yeah. So you can see on the first three profiles, yeah, uncertain 3-4 times, and then only when I need to buy. Yeah. Shopping problems. For shopping problems, we have problem with inaccurate inventory informations, and the second one is fraud. Yeah, when they send the goods different from what they offer in the advertisement. Yeah. Okay, so this is the two biggest problems in Indonesia. Yeah. Payment methods, yeah, usually using virtual account, bank transfer, and e-wallet. Yeah. Okay. Courier service mostly choose free delivery costs. Yeah, free delivery costs, and then regulars. Yeah, but mostly your respondent choose free delivery costs. Insurance program, yeah, mostly they only, sorry, this is a typo. Yeah, choose none of all above, and the second one is delivery process insurance. Sorry, this is a typo. Yeah. Okay, that's all. So don't forget to save your output. Yeah. Okay, we how to say, back to the worksheets. Yeah. Okay, back to the worksheet. So we already done with nominal data with single answer. Yeah. Now we move to the next data, nominal data with multiple answer. Okay. So indeed, you also can, how to say, if you want to simplify, you just also calculate in Excel, yeah, for this this kind of data, because in SPSS they cannot make summary for this how to say, this types of data, because the data is presented in different column. Yeah, so that's the problem of SPSS. But it's okay, we still can do by SPSS, but we still need to analyze next, yeah, just to see the highest and the lowest. Yeah. Okay, go to analyze. Yeah, analyze, descriptive, and then frequencies. Okay, so return all data that already analyzed in the first run. Yeah. Now we will go to number 9. Yeah, number 9 and 901 until 9015. Okay, and then the next we go to number 1601. Yeah, until 1608. Okay, that's all. We only have two numbers for nominal data with multiple answer. In this calculation, we don't need to use bar chart, yeah, because the data cannot be summarized. Yeah, therefore we just deactivate charts. Yeah, we don't need to use charts. Okay, and then the format, before we choose counts, yeah, as the way to present the result. Now we back to ascending values. Values mean it refers to the order of the questionnaire. Yeah. Okay, because once again, in this analysis, we cannot summarize all calculations. Therefore, it's useless if we want to use counts. Yeah, just use values and use ascending. Ascending means we just start from number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Yeah. Okay, click continue, and then click OK. So this is the result. Yeah. So you can see Bukalapak get 6 buyer, Tokopedia 60, Blibli 23, Shopee 62, yeah, Lazada 6, same, close to Bukalapak. The other is very limited, yeah, Carousel, GDID, yeah. Other, yeah, not many, yeah. I think what you see on this finding, yeah, is still consistent with last year result, yeah. Still, how to say? But I think to some extent in this, yeah, I think still same, yeah. Shopee 62, Tokopedia 60, following by Lazada and Bukalapak with 6, and then the last is Blibli has a good progress today. Blibli 23, yeah. So now the rank is changed, yeah. It's changing, yeah. Start from Shopee, Tokopedia, Blibli, and then following by Bukalapak and Lazada. Okay. And then how about the types of product category shot by respondent? Yeah, you can see fashion and beauty 56, electronic, computer, media 36, furniture, home appliance 28, toys, hobby, do it yourself 22, traveling is very little, and then food, beverage and self-care 37, video games 4, digital music 5. So I think the dominant product category will be food, beverage, self-care, and then furniture, home appliance, electronic, computer, media, and fashion and beauty. Yeah. So everyone understand now? Yeah, fashion and beauty is the most popular shopping items in e-marketplace. Yeah. Following by electronic, computer, and media. Okay, and also food, beverage, and self-care. So we have three most popular items in marketplace: food, beverage, self-care, and then electronic, computer, media, and then fashion and beauty. Okay, so that's all, and then we go to the next data, number 23. Number 23. So this is about Persipris, Okay, go to analyze, and then descriptive. Now we go to descriptive. Now we don't use modes, yeah, or modules, but we will use mean score or average. Descriptive, and then go to number 23, Persipris, yeah. Okay, it's already opted, yeah. Continue, and then just click OK. So you can see the result, yeah. The result for Persipris is 3.03. So I think in the between, yeah, 1 means high, yeah, 2 very, 1 very high, 2 high, 3 neutral, 4 low, 5 very low. So I think the position of perceived breeze in between, yeah, in neutral, yeah. Okay, that's all. And then we go to the next data. So now we use Likert scale, yeah, and no, not Likert, sorry, important scale, yeah, from 1 very unimportant until 5 very important. Okay, we back to the worksheets. Okay, and then analyze again the same. So we use descriptive, yeah. So please return the previous data, perceived risk, yeah. Now we start from data number Q24 until Q50. Okay, and then we use click option first. We will also see which one is the most important and which one the less important, yeah, the least important. So please choose also for display order, yeah, choose descending means, yeah, choose descending means. Okay, and then click OK to see the result. I'll show you the results. Okay, so you can see the highest 3 attributes: true product originality, high product quality, and then easy product source. So this is the 3 most important attributes. Okay, and in the opposite, if we just to see what is not important for the customer, yeah. Again, you can see celebrity endorsement, and then following by insurance facilities and what list facility. Okay, so you got the answer for study question number 1, yeah. Okay, and then now we go to the last. This is the most challenging, yeah, most challenging analysis. So we will segment the market. So what we try to analyze, this is about behavioral data. So we analyze the market based on the perception of your respondent concerning the importance of its attributes. So this is the types of the frog, yeah. The first, I think you still remember, last week we discussed concerning geography, segmentation base, demography, segmentation base, and then psychography. And now we will use what we call as behavioral segmentation base. What we try to use is the perception of the importance, yeah, the perception of the attribute importance. Okay, now we will use factor analysis. So back to the worksheet first, I will show you. Okay, now we will use factor analysis, analyze, yeah, and then dimension reduction, analyze, dimension reduction, choose factor, yeah, choose factor. Okay, and then we will use data from Q24 until Q50. Yeah, Q24 until Q50. Okay, now we will set up the comment. I will repeat twice, so don't worry if you miss the first explanation, you still get the second explanation. Okay, start from descriptive. Descriptive. Please deactivate initial solution, you don't need it. Activate KMO and Bartlett test of sphericity. Activate KMO and Bartlett test of sphericity. Okay, continue, and then go to extractions. Unrotated factor solution is deactivate, we don't need it. Okay, continue, and then go to rotation. We use Varimax. Okay, and then activate loading plots. So loading plot is the correlation scale, between the item to the cluster or to the vectors. Okay, and then continue, and then for scores we don't need to change anything, just leave it, ignore it. Go to options, activate sorted by size, activate suppress small coefficient. So if you don't change this one, and then all data will be presented by SPSS, and it will be confusing. Therefore we just focus only data with loading plot start from 0.5. So you change the default 0.1, but you change to become 0.5. Okay, click continue. Okay, I will repeat again for the second explanation. We start from descriptive. Descriptive. Initial solution is deactivate. Okay, and then go to KMO and Bartlett test of sphericity. Okay, continue, and then go to extraction. Unrotated factor solution is deactivate, we don't need it. Continue, and then go to rotation. We use Varimax, and then activate loading plots. Continue. From the score we don't change it, so just ignore it. We don't use this one. Go to options. Activate sorted by size, and then activate suppress small coefficient. So we set absolute value below 0.5. It means all data below 0.5 will be not presented, so your table will be easy to understand. Okay, and then click continue, then click OK. So we will see the result. So this is the result. So we have 5 segments. 5 segments. The first segment consists of consumer that give service concern, concerning fair delivery cost, complete product information, transaction tracking facility, until accurate inventory information. I think this is about transaction. If we try to understand. Okay, and then you can see for flexible shopping cart facility, it has 2 loading plots. That's right. 0.57 and then 0.538, because loading plot is higher in factor 1, so we can conclude these attributes belong to factor 1, belong to segment 1. Okay, and then another thing you can see also for seller and buyer communication. Okay, it has no loading plot. So what is happening? If you have like this, it means these attributes belongs to all segments. This attribute is very important for all segments. Okay, therefore it cannot be, how to say, linked to any certain segment. Okay, so when the attribute has a very low correlation, it means it has no identity. It means it belongs to all segments. Okay, so that's the conclusion. And then the second segment consists of consumer who have concern, toward easy to contact GS officer, responsiveness of GS officer, refund facility, guarantee program, and then data privacy protection. So if we try to think about this second segment, this is about after-sales service. Okay. The first segment I think is about transaction. The second segment is about after-sales service. Okay, and then go to the next segment 3. Segment 3 consists of consumer who have a big concern toward insurance facilities, celebrity endorsement, watchlist facility, complete core service choices, complete payment methods choices. Okay, so this is about supporting factors. And then the next segment 4, it consists of consumer who have a big concern toward free delivery cost offer, discount cashback, high product quality, and true product originality. So this is about the first is about promotions, and the second about the product quality, concerning the originality and the quality itself. So if you think like this, it can be perhaps you can associate this segment 4 as a segment who really care about best value for money. Best value for money. So they are really concerned about cost benefit, about purchase value. They don't want to to get a wrong product. They also look for cost saving by cashback and also free delivery costs and discount. Okay, and then the last segment, people who concern about high brand diversity, high product diversity, easy product choice. So this is about one-stop shopping motive. One-stop shopping motive. Okay, and the last is good page layout. It also has no indicator, has no correlation score. It means it belongs to all segments. So once again, we have two attributes that can be concluded they belongs to all segments. The first is seller and buyer communication, and the second is good page layout. Okay, so this is your last point of the tutorial. So we can conclude that we have 5 segments, market segments, and then you need to develop the profile. Okay, so when you answer the study question number 6, when you want to recommend which segment do you want to target, indeed you can also make combinations. For example, you combine between segment number 1 and 4 is possible. So not always only single segment, but you also can combine. You can combine, between segment 1 and segment 4, between perhaps segment 1 and 5 also possible. Up to you, as long as you have strong arguments to support your decision. Okay, so that's all for the tutorial. Any question perhaps if you have? So this is the simulation of market segmentation and brand positioning analysis. So this is very, very important in understanding a marketing process, because it really gives you a real experience, a real case concerning how to segment the market, how to see the perceptual maps concerning the brand positioning. Okay, now I open the breakout room, breakout room. So everyone go to your breakout room. We have 2 groups, and then start to discuss, to coordinate with your group mates. The deadline for this simulation case 2, because it really heavy, I require you to submit before the next, the first lecture after midterm. So you have long time to go. I think it's very sufficient time. Now we are in the week 5. In the week 5, and then we still have 2 classes more, week 6 and 7, and then we have 2 weeks for the midterm exam. And then we go to the first lecture after the first class after midterm, in the week 8, 9, 10, in the week 10. Okay, so you have 4 weeks to complete this simulation case 2, consists of 2A and 2B. I think it's okay for you. Okay, so now join with your group mate in your breakout room, and then prepare whatever you can do today as your temporary report. Up to you. You can start with 2B also possible, or 2A also possible, but I need you to make a report concerning your contributing members. That is very important. Okay, so good luck. So I will be in main room until 12:30, and then you enjoy your discussion with your group mates in your breakout room. If you have problem, just go to the main room to consult. Okay, good luck.